Happy Thursday, everybody. What's Thursday? I always do a sobriety story. So here's one of my sobriety stories. Everything that I have good in my life, everything is due to my sobriety. That is the most important thing to me, because if I don't have that, I truly have nothing. So I wanted to tell you a little story about how important it is to surround yourself with the right people. I speak that often, but let me tell you what I'm talking about. So when I met the woman who has now become my wife, we were both sober. We both had numerous years of sobriety. 6 months after she and I got married, it became very apparent that she had relapsed. And she did a complete swan dive into self-destruction. I mean, within 2 months, she had fallen so far away from sobriety. She was hiding drugs in the house, bringing alcohol in the house, and I kept catching her, and it was literally 2 months of hell for me. Now I was on the other side. I was the sober one, dealing with a drug addict and an alcoholic, and seeing that viewpoint from a sober side, and seeing things that basically my family was dealing with me all those years. So the point of this story is this. I got her into rehab. I remember the day that she got picked up for rehab. I was frazzled. I was frustrated. I was so angry at her. She was bringing drugs in the house, and I didn't want that stuff anywhere around me. It's such a negative energy, and I was so pissed and frazzled. So the car came to pick her up, and I remember when she gets in the car and was driving down the street, I sat on the curb and was just like, whoa. Just, whoa, that was intense. And I was pissed. I was really pissed off at her. At the time, I was running a mortgage company, and I was able to decompartmentalize that. When I went to work, I'm a hard worker, I was able to really focus on work. But when I was done with work, I came home to an empty house. This was before we had kids. I came home to an empty house. And that's when I would stew in this anger. I was so pissed at her. She was lying to me about drugs. She was bringing drugs in the house, and I was so resentful, only thinking of things through my eyes, not looking at things through her eyes in any way. Now, there was a gal at the office that would flirt with me. She would flirt with me often, and I never paid it any attention, ever. However, now I was vulnerable, I was pissed, and those flirts, I flirted back to them, and we started texting each other. We started, you know how those things start to evolve. And it was about a month that my wife had been in rehab. She was going for 90 days, and these text messages were starting to grow. And this is the one night I want to talk to you about. So I was sitting at my counter, and this was a night I was probably going to cheat on my wife. I was only thinking of things through my eyes. Poor me, F her, blah, blah. I was sitting out the counter, and I'm texting her, talking about, you know, how we were going to meet up that night. And I got a call from a good friend of mine who is also sober. I looked at the phone. I wasn't going to get it. Looked at the phone again. I pick it up. What's up, man? It's a good friend of mine. He said, hey, JD, how are you, man? I just wanted to check on you. How is Alyssa? Right? And I was honest with him. I said, no, brother, I'm pissed. And I'll tell you how I am. I'm going to go meet up with this chick tonight. That's how I am. I was honest with him. It's the type of relationship we have. And there was a touch of silence on the phone. And then he said, yeah, you could do that. You could go hook up with another girl because you're pissed. Or what you could do is be the man that I have watched you grow into, which is a man of integrity, a man of character, and you could choose to be the rock for your bride to lean upon in her weakest hour. Boom! How you're penetrated with the truth and smacked in the face with the truth. But he wasn't done. He said, you pissed? You pissed at her? She bringing drugs in the house? You pissed? I said, yeah, I'm pissed. He said, let me ask you a question, JD. Did you ever bring drugs in someone's house when you were doing drugs that asked you not to? Penetration, right? Just like I see where he's coming from. Let me ask you a question, man. You pissed that she lied to you? Yeah, I'm pissed. Did you ever lie to anybody when you were doing drugs? I get it. I get it. So it wasn't my friend that called that night. It was God speaking through my friend and telling me, you don't do that anymore. That is the importance of who we surround ourselves with. In sobriety, I have learned to surround myself with men of integrity, men of character, and that's more proof right there that we all need to be around people that when we have our weakest hour, we have other people with integrity and character that are going to speak truth into us. Because I had some other friends from high school saying, you should do that, man, hook up with that chick, blah, 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 speaking lies into me. But the people that I surrounded myself with integrity, speaking truth in me. And that is how powerful the situation is. I changed that night. And from that point on, I supported my bride. I was there for my bride because I was looking at it through different eyes. She was acting like a drug addict. I was a drug addict. I know how drug addicts act. She was acting like a drug addict. So I began to support her, be there for her. And now she's about to take 7 years of sobriety in about a month. And we have the best relationship of anybody that I know. And my whole life could have been changed that night if that man did not call me and I would have went on that broken path. That is the power of surrounding ourselves with the right people. Hope that hits home. That's all I got.